Homelessness continues to be a crisis in our cities and across our province. This issue affects each and every one of us. The homeless themselves, who have virtually no hope of moving forward without greater assistance. Our businesses continue to struggle to find workers. Our residents have to bear the burden of greater tax costs from not being proactively dealing with this issue, as well as the public safety that comes into our public spaces. The Saskatchewan Income Support Program, or SIS, is in shambles. A recent provincial auditor's report stated that 60% of the calls for services, calls for help for those in need, went unanswered. Those that did get through faced complex forms and identification requirements that many could not meet. For those few that actually have had success obtaining SIS funding, they received far less than the actual cost of living in Saskatchewan, making it nearly impossible for them to begin making their way back to stable living and joining the workforce. Our social housing is equally in terrible shape, with approximately 3,000 units sitting empty while our hometowns grapple with a growing homelessness crisis. Many of these units sit empty because they have not been maintained by the province and are now in terrible shape and condition that are unfit for habitation by anyone. And so the numbers of homeless individuals on our streets continue to grow. Beds and shelters are already full. Much of the expensive beds in our hospitals and correction facilities end up being used instead, and we're all paying the price as taxpayers. How does the province justify saving a few dollars upfront on SIS and social housing costs, only to pay many more times the amount through shelters, policing, and healthcare in our system, all at the same time when Saskatchewan businesses and residents are struggling to stay afloat?